What's good? What's good? You should go watch my last video. Anarchists do not claim to have all the answers. Because in that one I said I was going to make this video, which is that it is so easy to spend other people's money. So easy, because if you don't have to work your ass off for it, and you could virtue signal, and I'm kind of hinting at champagne socialists and other people who believe in high taxes and a social welfare program, it is easy to spend other people's money. But I had this experience the other day that kind of highlighted that for me personally. Let me just tell you this story. Yesterday, I was at an outreach event with my local humane society. They were providing veterinary care, basic veterinary care for unhoused or low income individuals. So literally homeless people. I helped one woman who lived in a little school bus with 3 insanely energetic huskies, and it was kind of heartbreaking because she wanted to rehome them, she needed to, but she loved them. And then I helped many other people. It was extraordinarily rewarding, but also very humbling. And on the note of the humbling, there were various snacks, chips, water, nuts, what else? I don't know, just little snacks, right, that we could give to the people while they were waiting in line for their services. And so there was a break where I wasn't helping hold the dog, or I wasn't dog sitting. I was just walking and talking to the people. And another one of the objectives, if you can accomplish it in these outreach events, is to see the people. And one of the coordinators really highlighted that to me, that these are people who are used to not being seen, or who are used to being ignored. And so I would just go talk to people. And so at one point I grabbed a handful of snacks and waters, and I started going down the line, passing them out and whatnot. And there was this moment where this gentleman, and multiple people had similar reactions, but this particular reaction, it touched me. I had chips and maybe crackers and then some nuts, I think. And so I had some water. And I was like, "Excuse me, sir, would you like some snacks or something like that?" And he kind of looked up at me, and he was very timid, and he was very, reserved, given the circumstances, very understandable. And so he looks up at me and in a very, very timid fashion, kind of looks, and something caught his eye, and it was the Doritos, the chips, the Doritos. And he was not cautious, isn't the right word, hesitant maybe is the right word, but he was so used to being ignored and not seen and not being on the receiving end of generosity and kindness and compassion, that it was hard for him to accept it. That's what it was. It was hard for him to accept it. He clearly wanted the chips. I knew he wanted the chips. I could see it. And so he did acknowledge, he did say, he was like, "Okay, well, maybe I'll grab the chips there." And kind of reached out, and I was like, "Of course, yeah, here you go." And he was like, it wasn't a dramatic transformation, but when you're going from not cold and timid, excuse me, but reserved and timid, guarded and timid, there we go, guarded and timid, no judgment on this. This is me just purely trying to be compassionate. He went from guarded and timid to a little bit more open and extremely gracious. He said thank you multiple times, and he opened up. You know when people are closed, and you know when people are open, and he opened up, and I could see just how much it meant to him in that moment. And how fucking humbling is it for me to see someone so gracious, so grateful for a fucking bag of Doritos. Seriously, a bag of Doritos. And it felt so good for me. Like, it's altruism is an ideal, but it's not attainable because, God, it felt so good to be able to help these people and to pass out these resources and to be able to provide him that moment. But it wasn't my money, it wasn't my resources. But thankfully, people voluntarily give to the Humane Society. People voluntarily donate their time and their money and their resources to enable these events. There were literal doctors of veterinary medicine volunteering their time. People who get paid a ton of money volunteering their time. And if you want to equate their time as their value of their time as in relation to their salary, they're donating a lot of money by being there on a Saturday, helping these people. And it's beautiful. Man, I felt like just so good. I know I already said that, but I'm going to say it again. Giving away other people's money. But it's money they voluntarily gave, which makes it fucking epic. And that's the key to our future. That is key to the reconstruction of our society. Voluntarism, charity, compassion, love, and community. I know I just kind of started word salading buzzwords, but it wraps up the video. Thank you for watching. Much love.